Brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank you all again for joining us in commemorating the tragedy that befell our mother, Sayyidah al-Zahra, Salamullahi alayha. We should remember her in this time where the flag bearers of Islam, our sisters, are under pressure, and how they try and intimidate them day by day. Let us remember the lady Zahra, Salamullahi alayha, who stood up against them with no fear, in complete taqwa, in complete remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This poem I dedicate to my mother, Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra, Salamullahi alayha. Please give me a loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Your grave echoes sound waves that pulsate. Angels humming hymns through the ground we step upon as slaves. Our chains are ones that we wore happily since the day the rains no longer came. The day the rains no longer came, because if they arrived a day sooner, the burning door would have never fell that way. But their fires created the strongest steel. So we chained our hearts so they could never strip us away. For they tried to tell us the most perfect woman was buried out of sight, never to see the light of day. Our hearts know that Fatima lies in secret for a reason. Our souls know that she was buried in the night because of treason and treachery. And Fatima's grave would never see the light of day, because that very fact testifies that her father was betrayed, and they burned him alive the day the rains never came. A pure messenger who warned people of the pathway to be righteous or astray. But not all the people in the age of ignorance were truly changed by his brilliance. Not all of the people in the age of ignorance were truly changed by his brilliance, and for some, whatever faith they claimed to have slipped away the day the rains never came. Muhammad had gone from this world appointing his successor, but the men of God have never lived without interventions from usurping oppressors, so they came for him. Bloodthirsty and drunk with power, intoxicated, the love of this world would devour their faith within the hours that Muhammad's soul ascended to the peak of divine towers. So they schemed, for their dream was not to please the Almighty and the All-Unique, for these men would only feel complete when they had a throne that would be nestled between their feet. So they poured oil upon the river of Kawthar and set it aflame the day the rains never came. They called his name, Ya Ali! Open the door, you must pledge allegiance to him and then to me. But she was his lion and she denied them entry. But she was his lion and she denied them entry. She was the leader of women from those days to the end of every passing century. So she stood with the same force Ali opened the doors of Khaybar. Zahra protected the door of Haydar. With the same force Ali opened the doors of Khaybar. Zahra protected the doors of Haydar. For Muhammad told him, Ali, if betrayed, you must be patient and wait. Ali, if you fight them, this already fragile ummah will break. So like Ali was for Muhammad, Zahra became Ali's gate. So like Ali was for Muhammad, Zahra became Ali's gate. So she stood. For Zahra's whole existence was an obstacle to unfaith. And even when they came to oppress her, she protected her oppressors. And even when they came to oppress her, she protected her oppressors from a burning hell that they would never escape. For even while under attack, she was trying to help them avoid making such a grave mistake. For this is the akhlaq of Ahl al-Bayt. The enemies were admonished even as they used scorching desert heats to torch the throat of Hussein. Zainab tried to guide them even as they sent her tents aflame. Without compassion or shame, they burned Zahra, Zainab, and Hussein the day the rains never came. And they killed the rest, setting fire in their flesh as poison overtook their bodies in pain. And they killed the rest, setting fire in their flesh as poison overtook their bodies in pain the day the rains never came. But oppressors forget that there is one that remains. And the corruption and destruction of this world will be exchanged for justice and truth over the world will reign, and the day the rains never came will be over and changed. For when the sun is hidden by the clouds, it will push them to let what they hold inside be exclaimed. For when the sun is hidden by the clouds, it will push them to let what they hold inside be exclaimed. And from the heavens, the river of Kawthar will rain. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. From the heaven, when the river of Kawthar from the heavens rains, extinguished will be the door's flames. The day heaven's clouds will wash away the sands like a wave, and the hidden sun will illuminate the path leading to her grave. The day heaven's clouds will wash away the sands like a wave, and Zahrat's hidden sun will take us by the hand to her grave. The day the rains remain. Salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.